If I am wrong, please correct me, ma'am. Yeah, so she is at Canada, so she would be teaching you straight and live from Canada, guys. So I hope you would enjoy this whole 3 day session of Python for beginners. So if you are willing to learn Python for scratch from zero, so this is the course for you guys, and you would love this course, and ma'am would make it sure that you would definitely like learn something out of this course. Okay, so let me tell you a few things before actually you start this session. I'll not take much time, guys. I know you are all excited for this course, so I'll not take much of your time. Even ma'am is also waiting to interact with you and start with this session. So just a minute, just I'll mention few points here. So, yep. So kindly put your attendance daily, guys. Your attendance link would be shared in the chat every day, and you have to put your attendance because that is mandatory. If you put all the 3 days attendance, then you'll be eligible for the examination, and after qualifying the examination you'll be getting certificate from us, guys. So yep, you can say yes, Ganesh, it is a Python essential course, but it is mostly for like Python for beginners. So you need to put attendance for all the 3 days session so that you'll be eligible for the examination, guys. And if you qualify the exam, you'll be getting the certificate from us. Other like in addition with other benefits also. That is surprise. I won't mention it. We'll have a virtual convocation after the session, after your examination, where we will actually announce your results, and along with that, you'll also get surprise from us. Okay, and yep. So before we start again, can you all put like from what all places you're watching this session? Everyone, and those who are watching on YouTube, please come to Zoom. Kitna, can you please put there the Zoom link in the YouTube comment so that everyone would be in the Zoom. Let this room fill up, then the rest of the people can watch from the YouTube. Yep. So I see here people are from Pune, Tamil Nadu, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Andhra Pradesh, Bangalore, again, Sangli, Tamil Nadu. Yeah, great. Chennai, Anantapur, Delhi, Karnataka, Mumbai. Great, guys. So I see here like Kerala, Tirupati, someone from South Africa is there, Amia. Great to have you here. So I see like we have people from all around the country as well as we have people from abroad. So let's make this session very interactive, guys. You keep asking questions. If you have any doubt, please ask to Monisha ma'am, and she would be clearing your doubt while explaining the concepts. So I'll not take much of her time. I'll be in the backstage now. And so all yours, Monisha ma'am, you can carry ahead.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So, hello everyone. A very good evening, and hope you are really very much safe, and your family is safe there in India and wherever you're located right now. So, just to give you background about me, I'm working into fractal analytics as a consultant, and I have been a role
Hello.
of yeah. Am I audible? Firstly, clearly.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. I've been working from like I have completed
Yep, ma'am.
okay.
Now you speak.
Yeah. So I have totally 5 years of work experience, and where my majority of roles has been involved around data science, analytics, machine learning, and client facing, stakeholder management, agile methodologies, all those activities I have been involved. And during all these course of my industry experience, primary language for me is always been a Python, starting from my earlier college days, building up my final year project, and then going into other companies, switching over. Python is such thing which I have never left, and I have gained confidence with respect to time and with respect to practice. And that's why I come here to teach so that people who are there at a very beginner level, because I have went through that phase that people don't get that enough stuff from where to start, how to start, and all those kinds of guidelines. So that's what my main purpose or agenda, you can say, that from a beginner level we are not going at a very advanced level. It's very start, you can think about you're at very first standard. Okay, so you're on your first grade, we will starting with very basic concepts. You might feel some of the concepts are very childish, like consider we are doing summing of two numbers. That might feel you very childish right now, but that will help you to know how does a Python syntax work. Okay, eventually later you will be using those syntax, and that will help you to recall all these basic concepts. And once you gain all these basic concepts, the ground is yours. There are so many applications for Python, and you can explore the world accordingly and get your particular space wherever you want to go. Okay, so in the chat box, you can. Am I not audio? My audio is not up.
It's perfectly fine, ma'am.
Okay, because
I'm able to hear
I
you.
can see few people, Alok, Ria, they are saying audio is not there. It's clear. Okay, fine. So if you face any issue, you can drop a note in the chat box, and people are here to help you out. And let us just know if I'm going too fast, if too much of bombardment is happening, we will slow down, we will discuss few examples, and then we will come back to hands-on. Okay, so let us keep this as a two-way communication rather than I only speaking up or giving up the task. You guys come up, you ask questions and share your knowledge and experience here. Okay, so Sejal, you have raised your hand. You have any query? Okay. Okay, so what we will do, we will start with some basic introduction about Python. This word is nowadays used so many of times. Like even if you refer a job description, or even if you go for an interview, most of the roles where coding is required, especially now where analytics is playing such a major role, they are asking for Python again and again. So coming to what application of features Python hold, we will go down there, and then what kind of operators or syntaxes and what kind of items we can do inside Python, that all we will be going through together. Okay, so let me share my screen. Is my screen up? Okay, great. So firstly, the main point which we will be discussing here is what exactly are the features of Python. What is Python? What we will be doing? All those activities, obviously, we will be doing with a hands-on exercises. But what features does Python hold? Okay, so I've listed down few features. I mean, this is not the exhaustive list which I have shared right now, but this is the most highly used features of Python. Okay, so very first feature is it's very easy to code. Okay, you can use normal English words, or you can use the basic syntaxes to get your coding done. So it's very easy. It's not having any prerequisites, like you should know any specific language before learning Python. Okay, so I have worked with C, C++, somewhat with Java, but the efforts which Python takes is very minimal. So you don't have to worry so much about if you're not coming from a coding background. Consider you are not a CS or IT person. You are into mostly, like I have done my engineering in electronics. There we were not having so much of coding exercises. or instrumentation, or maybe you can say mechanical, civil. You might have done your background in various domains. So it's not any prerequisite that you should know some coding language before coming into Python. So it's very easy, very basic. Secondly, it's free and open source. Anyone can go and do the hands-on exercise on Python. You don't have to worry about any licenses. It's very free and open source, so you don't have to worry about license, what costing will be there, what plan to take, how will be the deployment and all those activities. There won't be any legal issues and all. So it's free and open, so you don't have to worry. Third, it's a high level language where you don't need to think about very much about how the architecture is working, what is the back end going on, what is the front end doing, and all those management related activities where how much memory it is consuming. Yes, we'll think about memory, but if you're deploying too much of complex algorithms, during that time we worry about memory. But for the basic foundation, we don't have to worry about memory, and we don't have to manage it at all. Okay, then it's a object oriented languages. We can create lots and lots of classes and objects so that our code runs smoothly. So it's an object oriented language. Fifth, it's a portable language. Even if you move from Windows to Mac to Linux, Unix, whichever platform you will be moving on, you don't have to worry about changing your code. Okay, so your code won't change even if your platform is changing. So that's what we called it as a portable language. Sixth is it's a extensible language where you can use Python with respect to C, C++, and you can do a lot of integrations. And that's why it's an extensible language. Sometimes it's required if you have two different infrastructure. At that time, we have to think about how to integrate multiple languages. GUI is there where we can create a graphical interface, and that is required if you want to go into video gamings, or maybe you have to create web applications, apps. At that time, GUI is what we look into. And then the last but highly used nowadays is the libraries which Python is having. So that can be used into analytics, machine learning, data science, AI. Regular expressions are really very cool. Unit testing, like if you have built something, like you have built for your client or customers, then we can do a unit testing, A/B testing, multiple amount of rules can be followed. And web browsers. So it has extensive role here where we are using right now is its libraries. So many people are launching multiple libraries, and that we can use inside our Python notebook. Okay, so that's what is there where it comes to features of Python. Okay, so we will be going on with a very basic thing. We will see how it is easy to code and how we can use multiple syntaxes. And that's what we will be moving forward with. Any query till this point? Yes, Jitinder is asking, is there any assignment for today? So it's like I have prepared some short questions, which during the hands-on session, I will be like, we will be going through the concept first. I will be sharing a question and you have to give it a try. Okay, so with respect to hands-on, you have an exercise, you have a task to do it. So that it's not always you do just copy paste of what I am showing you or what is happening. That's it. So Mohammed is asking, is Python tougher than Java? Not. Java, I feel it's much more tougher than Python. Python is very easy and it's very easy to understand. Okay, in Java, if you want to debug, you have to search so many items and all. Here, in each and every line, you see the output. So if you want to debug your code, it's very simple. You just go to that respective line and just see what mess you're making and then clear it out. It's very easy to debug any of your code. So people are asking what is the content of the session. So the session is on the basic, where we will be understanding what different operators I will be going after these after this slide. I will be going different operators will be there. Like, let me show you here. So these all activities we will be doing is what are the basic operations we can do on Python. Okay, obviously you have to do hands-on together. You just can't sit and watch this video. I would suggest everyone to open up. I will be showing you the link. We will be doing hands-on together. So what are the basic operations in Python? And these are very basic and very useful operations. Without this, you can't do anything. So these are very basic operations. And then what are the different data types in Python? Like each and every number or a string or a text comes into different data type. What are those different data types? How do we look? What changes we can do in that? What is the application of it? So all those things we will be looking. And then if you're from a coding background, you might be getting these words easily. But if you're not, we will be going through what are the different loops in Python. So there is a for loop, while, and so on. So what are the different loops? And same, we will be doing hands-on session in our Python notebook. Okay, so that's the agenda, to create a foundation of Python, so that if you're interested and if you're in line towards whatever we are teaching, you can go into much more deeper knowledge of it. Any other question? So programming language used in the IT company, that depends in which department you are. Like if you are into banking kind of sector, somewhere they are using mainframe, somewhere they are using .NET, C, C++, Java, JavaScript. So that completely depends on how is your project. Right now, as I am coming from the analytics background, we use a lot of Python coding, PySpark, R coding. So these are some of the languages which I use in my day-to-day activity. Okay, so yeah, if you're working with finance industry, then it will be helpful. Like consider if you want looking for someone is telling for a data analyst kind of role, there it will be analyzing of more of financial related data, and those kinds of data are mostly on the time horizons. So those kind of analysis are all done, but those are part of data analysis, data analytics. At that domain, it is there. Here we are creating a foundation of Python which has the application into analytics. It's not similar to MATLAB, but it's somewhat related to the coding perspective. It's relevant, but syntaxes and all are pretty different. Okay, so I guess too many questions are there. I can't go in one go now. So what we will do, we will move ahead with the session. You can put down your questions, and then after the session, I can reply them. We can reply by tomorrow or maybe by end of these sessions, so that we will answer all your queries. But right now, I don't want to slow down because of so many questions. Okay, let's start the session. And now what we will be doing, as I have told, there are some operators which we will be starting with. So in Python, its main functionality lies with the operations. So these operators you might have heard if you are from the coding background. Even if you're not from the coding background, during your college days, this is the basic maths which we have done in our school days. Okay, so very first block which you can see is arithmetic, where we will be doing very basic mathematical calculation. Here I've given all the examples which are there, that is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus. I am not sure how many of you might know that. We will see what exactly is modulus. Exponents, I'm sure this is there in the school, but we'll see how the answers are coming. And floor division. So rest of the items, I'm pretty sure it was done in the school, but modulus, exponent, and floor division is what I think if we do the hands-on, we will get it. Yes, I'm teaching Python. And what we will do is we have to open up Google Colab. Okay, so right now we won't invest that much amount of time to download. So you can download Python through Anaconda Navigator, Jupyter Notebook is there, Spider is there. So these are 3 different platforms where you can run your Python. But for now, we won't spend time on downloading. What you guys have to do, you have to go on Google Colab. Let me show my screen for Google Colab. I hope you guys can see my screen. You just have to search, that is Google Colab. Colab. And very first option will be coming, that is welcome to Collaboratory, which is given by Google. So you have to open up that link. Is everyone there with me? Google Colab, can you get that? Very first link. So it's very similar to Jupyter Notebook, and Jupyter Notebook works exactly similar, and you can get Jupyter Notebook by downloading it, but it takes some time to download. So what we will do on the web browser, we will go through this exercise. And once your interest is there, you want to get involved into Python, you can explore more other platforms. So the timing of the class is from 7 to 8:30. It's 1.5 hours. Yes, you can try on. Okay. So Google Colab, once you open that Google Colab, a page like this will come, which tells what is there in this Colab. There are some examples given on the left side. You can see there is a data science, machine learning, more resources. Some of the examples are available. Okay, and there are examples of how you can do the coding exercise and all those activities. There are some definition what you can do here with Colab. So what you have to do, you have to open up your file, and on the left side, you can see file and click on new notebook. Okay. Once you click on new notebook, a blank page will be open up. On the next tab here, you can see something like this will come up. Is that up for everyone? Okay, for those who have joined recently, you have to click on Google Colab, which is here. Welcome to Google. Just click Google Colab and very first link. Then a page will be opening up like this. Go to your file, click on new notebook, and on a new tab, you can see a blank Python notebook has been opened up. So Avinash is asking Jupyter Notebook and Google Colab. So these are 2 framework where you can write your Python code. Okay. So very first activity is what you have to do is to rename your file. You by default, it will be Untitled 0, Untitled 1, Untitled 2. That is as many as notebooks you open up. You have to give any specific name to it. So consider right now you're doing Python basics. So you can just write your notebook name as Python basics. Okay. So Santosh, right now we are starting with Python basic session, and we are using Google Colab to write down our codes there. Yes, if you want to handle exceptions, even that method we have covered in the session, that how you can handle the exceptions. So Jitinder, right now is what we are doing is Python. I'm not clear with the question you're asking. So you can directly open up Colab. You don't have to install Colab anywhere. You don't have to import it anywhere. You don't have to do peep. Don't have to do that. You have to just right now go to your link where it is written welcome. Once you click on that, a page will be opening up. Click on file and get your new notebook. Okay. So it's like it's an online editor for Python, correct? Okay, so what we will be doing, as you have seen, there are some basic operations which I have showed you on PPT. Let's do a basic operation of addition. You can take any two numbers and try to do the addition of it. Okay, so in this cell, this line you can see, very first thing is the line where you can do your all the coding exercise. So this is my line. This we call as cell. Okay, in Python we call that as cell. So in that cell you can do as many as operations you want to do. So right now you can start with basic addition. You can take up addition, you can take subtraction, multiplication, division. You can put your hands there and do it on your own. Abhi, you don't have to install Python. Like your question is install Python in Mac. We are not installing. Just go to Google Chrome, type Google Colab and open that first link. That's it. No installation has to be done. Okay, great. So what we will be doing, I have created my first notebook. We will be going it line by line. Okay, and here you can see addition is what you can try. Everyone needs to try it together. Addition, multiplication, division. You have to do these four basic activities now. Okay, so people are telling it's done. And yes, if you want to run a cell, like if you want to run this specific cell, either there is a shortcut of Shift Enter, or here you can see like a play button option. Even this you can click on. This play button kind of activity is what you can do. So these two items is what you can do to run the cell. That means you are running, you are telling your notebook, okay, my code is completed, run it and show me the output. Okay, and if you want to open up a new cell, here on the top left corner, you can see a line called as plus code, or else there is a shortcut that is to type A or B. If you want above cell, then A. If you want below, then B. Like I want a cell below this, I will be typing B. So it gives me below cell. If we want above this cell, that is A. So that is the shortcut A or B. If you don't remember shortcut, it's difficult in very first go to remember all the shortcuts. So on the top left, you can see plus code. So once you click on that, a new cell will be generated. Okay. So the login will be done using your Gmail ID. That's it. Okay. Yeah. So first cell addition is done for everyone. Can you do that in the first line, your addition part? Can you do that? There is a syntax, but for now, we are doing very basic operators. So, Bhuvanesh, what is your question? What I need to explain? Can you tell you have recently joined or how it is? Okay. So, yeah. So this first cell is addition, multiplication, subtraction, division. Then what was the next statement after division? Anybody can recollect? After division, what was the next statement? Modulus, correct. Can you guys try it and tell me what modulus give you as the output? It's very simple. It's a simple percentage sign. You can give that and tell me what does modulus mean. Okay, great. Very good. So yes, you can try out modulus. So 3 divided by 4, if I do it, it gives us the remainder part. Okay, it gives the remainder, like you do the division, whatever is the remainder, that number it will be giving. Okay, exponents. What is exponents? I guess we have done this in our school days. What is exponent? Yes, correct. So people are giving good answers, very active. So exponent is the power, whatever you are raising, that many times that number will be multiplied. Like in this case, you can see 3 exponent I have given to 4. So 3 will be multiplied by 4 times. It's a simple math where 3 will be multiplied 4 times and the answer is 81. What is floor division? Can you guys try it? Floor division. 2 times slash is what you have to do. Correct. Shubham has given a good answer. Hari, yes, correct. So it's a quotient. Whatever you are dividing with, it does the division, and the part which is there is the quotient. And the remainder, if you want, you have to take the modulus. If you want the quotient part, then you have to do the floor division. Okay, so these are some basic part of what operators are available in Python. Okay, and then let us go to the second block, okay, of the basic operation. I've shared the PPT slide. So this is what we have done now. We have done the arithmetic operations. Second is the comparison. So this is very useful where we have to check if, like, consider COVID case, a COVID vaccination. So nowadays, if you're greater than 18, then only you will get the vaccine. So what you're doing, if somebody is coming and telling you, my age is 15, what you will do? Okay, you're not eligible for vaccine. So what you're doing? You're doing the comparison with what number you're having. 15 number will be compared with the 18 and you will say, no, your age is less than 18. We can't give you any vaccination. Okay, so like this, lot of times we do comparison, and that's what we will be using now is the comparison part. So Bhuvanesh, what happened? I mean, any question? You haven't opened up Google Colab, you're stuck with Google Colab, or how it is? Yes, so yes, if you do the double slash, the answer which you get is the question part. floor division is we do the simple division part. Now, if you remember school days, we do the simple division part, and what we write at the top is the floor division outcome, you will get it. And what is the remainder part at the bottom? That outcome you will be getting by the modulus. Okay. Okay, so what we will be doing, we will be going into the comparison part where we will be doing the comparison operators and see how we can use that in Python. So let me show my screen. Okay, so here we are doing the comparison. Consider you are a college graduate or school graduate where you're getting a CGPA of 8. Okay, so whenever you compare this 8, you need to know whether you are satisfying the condition or not, whether the condition is true or false. So that's what is the main agenda of doing comparison. You are checking whether the comparison is going correct, whether it is following or not. So consider if I got in my school CGPA is equal to 8, that's what it is. If I say it is equal to, here in Python, equal to means comparison between two numbers. Okay, so single equal to sign, that means you are assigning something which we will be using while forming equations. Double is equals to sign means you are checking whether these two items are same or not. Okay, so CGPA, I have defined this as 8. So what is this called as? We are assigning a number to a variable called as CGPA. So I am assigning a number to a variable. So that's what is the assignment operator, which we will be doing in the next course. CGPA, if I'm checking, it's equal to 10. Is it true or false? Is 8 equal to 10? No. So that's why the answer is coming out to be false. And yes, the thing which people are asking in the chat box, this hash is the thing we called as comment. If anything after that you write it, that will be treated as comments and that won't be treated as code lines. So if you don't write hash, I remove a hash, you will get an error saying that what is this code line?
Ma'am?
Okay. Yeah.
Ma'am, could you please zoom in a bit? Some people who are watching on mobile phones are not able to view it properly.
Okay. Is it fine now?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep. Yeah, so hash means you are adding comments and that won't be treated as a code line. So it's a good practice to put comments so that tomorrow or maybe after even 6 months, you come back to your code book. You should not get confused what exactly you have written. The comment section will help you to know what you were trying to do. So coming back to comparison, so 8 is not equal to obviously with 10. So that's why the answer which is coming is false. Is CGPA, that is 8, is greater than or equal to 8? Is it true or false? It's true that it is equal to 8. And that's why the answer which is coming is true. Is CGPA less than 7? Is CGPA less than 7? No, because I have obtained CGPA as 8, it is definitely greater. So that's why it is false. So what comparison will do? It will check and give you the outcome in the form of true and false. Okay. So whenever you are comparing correct, you get a Boolean data type, which is either true or either false. There are only two outcomes, nothing apart from that. So even There are items like greater than, greater or is equals to. So both lies in a similar space where you can get the knowledge of comparing any two items. Okay, so this is the part which is there of comparison. You can do equal to, not equal to. That means that number is not equal to that. That is opposite of equal to. You can do greater than or greater or equal to. You can even do less than or equal to. So these are the basic comparison where consider even if you're running any conditions. Later on, we will be seeing if and else loop. Even in that condition, we will be using these comparisons. So be very well aware that these are the foundation. It will be coming again and again in further session. Okay, so yeah, less than or equal to sign, that will I will change it. It is less than or equal to. Then the next pillar for us is the assignment. Okay, assignment means what? Whatever variable, like consider I am getting a pointer based system. Like I'm getting a pointer based system from my university, which is like 8 pointer. But if I want to convert that into percentage, so what you will do, you will multiply it by 100 or you will multiply it by 10 based on whatever calculation is there. If you're getting 0.7, you will multiply it by 100. If you multiply by 10, then you will be getting 70, whatever be the scenario. So you are doing some assignment, you are making some equations, you are doing something basic. Y is equals to mx plus c. Okay, basic equation is there. What is there? That equal to sign, that y is equals to mx plus c. So that is the equation. So that's where we use this assignment where we can write is equals to sign. Okay, so that's what we will be doing now. And here is what we will be doing, assignment of those. Okay. Okay, so assignment operation, anything you are doing is equals to. Please remember, people get confused between double is equals to and single is equals to. Single is equals to means you are assigning something. You are giving some name. You are assigning some value to it. Okay. So whenever consider is equals to sign is coming, like this, I have returned variable is equals to anything. It can be any number, any string, any word it can be there. So what I'm doing, I'm assigning this anything to my variable. Single is equals to sign is coming. Okay, everyone can try it out. Variable is equals to, you can write anything. So you can even check what is this variable value. So this variable value is now anything. You can type x is equals to 5, that 5 x will be 5. So what we are doing right now is we are checking how the assignment operation works. Okay, so you can check a, my screen is not up. It's up.
No, ma'am, it's visible. Screen is
visible. Yep. So one quick tip while working on Python, keep in mind that if you reassign that same variable with something else, it will be overwritten. Okay, please keep this in mind. This is the common mistakes I see in students, which they do. So I have given here example also. If I assign my variable again with 68, earlier it was anything. Now I again write that code assigning it 68. What will be the value of my variable? Anything or 68? Anyone? Correct. It will be 68. So what will happen? even if variable earlier you defined as anything, but it has been now overwritten by 68. Anything is erased from the memory. It won't come. So if I now want to see what is the value of variable, it will come, that is 68. Clear? So these are the quick tips. Yes, Python is a case sensitive, but no, with these syntaxes, not with strings or variable assignment. You can write capital variable, you can write anything in with a capital, anything you can write it. That is not case sensitive. But further on, if we will go, we will understand the syntax. At that time, it will be case sensitive. So we have. Yes, we will be doing this print statement and all. We will be doing it. Wait, I mean, slowly we are taking those steps directly in first go. I can't take all the topics. So give time. We will slowly go down to all the basic topics. So somebody asking white spaces. So whatever variable you're defining, you can add those white spaces, or even if you can remove those white spaces. So whatever you write inside those quotes, that will be treated as it is. Okay, so again, a tip that inside quotes, whatever you write, it won't throw any error. If you even write a string with a numbers, if I write anything here like 1, 2, 3, there is no error. It will take as it is. You don't have to worry about that, but spelling should be correct. Obviously, it should be correct if you're writing code, but even if some mistake is happening in spelling, it won't give you any error inside quotes. Okay. Are we clear with this thing of assigning operator? Are we good with this part? Okay, great. Second one is like if I want to add 2, can anyone share me the code? If I want now my variable to be added 2, that answer should be 70. How I can write it down? How I can use that addition operator? Can anyone tell me? Very good. So people are telling it. Yes, so variable is equals to variable plus 2. Good. People are really very active. Great. So you can do that. Variable is equals to variable plus 2. Or in Python, there is a command to type plus and is equals to sign together. So what does this mean? I have written in comments. So this variable plus sign is equals to 2 is treated as variable is equals to variable plus 2. So whatever your variable is there, that will be added as 2, and again it will be stored back as a variable. If you want to keep this, why this is used? When this is used, if you want to keep the same name, but if you want to change the name, at that time you have to use this. Consider if you want to keep var2, consider like this is the name I want to keep. At that time you can use this one. But if you want to keep the same variable, same name to it, then you can use the shortcut. Okay. Jayesh, we haven't reached till print statement yet. We are just understanding some basic operators. Yes, so everything inside quotes are treated as string. Okay. So we have done plus 2. So it's very clear. Is this operator clear to everyone? It's very simple. Plus is equals to sign, and that will be treated as this formula. Okay. Okay. So next, which we will be taking is simple subtraction part. You can take any number, you can subtract it from this variable, and you can share what code you're writing. Or subtraction. Correct. Yes, so it's very similar to what we have done for summation part, that is equals to sign, and you can give a subtraction value. It will work very similar, that is variable is equals to variable minus 1. Whatever you keep that equation, that will be there. Whatever number you're subtracting, that will be subtracted from your previous value. If you want to multiply it, then again, same procedure. How, what will be the code? Correct. Abhishek, you have written the code for subtraction. You have to give for the multiplication. Correct, correct. So what we will be doing? Yes. Either you can keep variable is equals to variable into 2. So that star asterisk mark is treated as multiplication. So that's what sign you have to do if you want to multiply your number. Second, if you want to divide it, then how to do for division? Yes, correct. So if you want to divide it, you can take whatever number. I have taken up 3. So now my variable is divided by 3. What if I want to take floor division or modulus, all those same thing which we have understood in the arithmetic operators, same thing, you can use it here. Correct. Great, great. You can do floor division, you can do modulus, you can do exponents. So all those basic syntaxes which we have understood in the arithmetic part, same item you can leverage it here with a is equals to sign. That means you are assigning to a variable. So Jitendra, we will be doing such short activities in Python, and slowly we will be moving to the loops and data type. So those will be short tasks, not a project. So difference between double slash and single slash is single slash we use for division, and the double slash is what we use for floor division to get the quotient. Check your variable, what you're writing. If anywhere you feel it's giving you wrong answer, check it again, because considering what happens sometimes if you run this cell and if you go to this cell without skipping skipping this part, it might give you a different answer. Okay, so keep your cells aligned if you want the same answer, even if your numbers are different. Like I have considered 68. If you have considered some other number, there is no problem. You can work as it is. The thing here is we have to understand what exactly each and every assignment is doing. Yes, the code is correct, Sarthak. So single slash, yes. So I guess Mansi has given the example of both the type, that is of the float division and the division. So in the double slash one, you can see it is giving you the question, that is 2 2s are 4. So that's what is there. And 5 by 2 is your complete division, 2.5. Nope, we are not learning data structures. We are not making it very much complex. This session is for beginners who haven't learned Python anywhere till now. So for them, it is there to gain confidence on Python. So we are not going into any complex items such as data structure, class, objects. So variable, you can use it multiple times. There is no harm in using multiple times. You can use it wherever you want. So Ashish Rajput, we are not installing Python. We are using Google Colab. So you don't have to invest time while installing it. Directly, we can go for the hands-on session. Percentage sign and is equals to means that is answer which you will be getting will be the remainder. Okay. So Google Colab is just Python programming we will be using. It's given by the Google and it's on the web browser, so that you don't install any item and directly start with the coding exercise. Okay, so we'll move forward. Like with this operators, we have seen how we can assign the values, how we can assign the multiple values to a variable. So quick tips. Can anyone just summarize what we have done till this point? I want just quick summarization of what we have done. Meanwhile, if anybody wants, they can take a quick break to drink water and we'll come back in 1 minute. Meanwhile, can anyone give me a short summarization of what we did in last 45 minutes? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have done assigning variables, features of Python. Oh God, so many, how Python works, mathematical operators, plus minus basic operators, comparison, assigning. Okay, great. Mm-hmm. Introduction to Python, how to code in Google Colab. Okay. Okay, I got the answer. Okay, so it is a great summarization of what we did in last 45 minutes. So as you are looking, it's very basic of what we are doing. We are not making it very complex. It's for students who want to learn Python and they are interested to learn, but they don't know how to start it. So that's what is our agenda, to make you understand that it is very basic. If you get your hands on the basic part, obviously you can create more and more complex item. You don't have to worry about it. So Ram, here in Python, you don't have triple is equals to. Either you have single is equals to sign, that is to do the assignment, and you have double is equals to sign to check whether it's equal to or not. Thank you, Mohammed. Yes, so next 3 days I will be there, like today's session and next 2 days session I will be there, and we are doing the beginners part. Okay, so we have taken a break, and that's what we will go back to our PPT to understand what will be our next pillar and what we will be doing next. Okay. So the fourth pillar for us is the logical operators, and this is super helpful. Like even if you are from the electronics background, like in my electronics session, it was there. It is simple logical operator like and or not. So these three are logical. I hope most of you would have heard these terms during your university. So now, and can anyone tell me if you know, so that I can understand how our folks here? Anybody knows what is and? What is it? Multiplication? No, no. And A and D, it's an operator. Yes. So Amal have given the right answer. And yes, few other folks have also given the right answer. And is when both the conditions are true, then only that answer will be applicable if both the conditions are true. Or can anyone tell me what is or? Correct. So Ashwin has given, Gautami has given correct. So or means if any one of the condition is true, then the answer is applicable. Not, anyone with not? It's a complement, correct. Where opposite or if you're saying positive, answer will be coming as negative. So it gives you the opposite result. So that's what is there. Whatever you give in the input, that's what is the opposite. So there are multiple syntaxes. You can either write and, or you can give the and sign also. You can write or you can give a mark also. So there are these items. What we will be doing, again, our main agenda is to do more and more hands-on session. So we will be going back to our Google Colab, and there we will be understanding these logical operators. Okay. Let me show my screen. Yep. So for logical operators, what I have done is I've created two variables. One is called as age and second one is called as income, where age, like I have given my age, which is like 26, that is my age. And income is what I get is 150K. Okay, so that is my income. So these are the two variables which I have kept. So same thing, if you want, you can even change the number based on your age and your income. You can keep that. Okay. So that's what we are doing. We are same thing, assignment. Somebody's telling, can you repeat assignment? So same thing we have done. Age is equals to 26. This is the assignment we are giving. We are telling that now the age is 26. 26 number has been assigned to age variable. 150K is assigned to income. So this is the assignment. Is equals to sign comes. That means you are doing the assignment. Yes, we will be, I will be repeating what is and, or, and not, but with an example. Damini is asking double is equals to sign. Double is equals to sign means you are comparing whether both numbers are same or not. Yes, for now, we will be taking a numerical number for age and income. You can write your own age, you can write your own income, that is fine. Good, good. Okay, so now what we will be doing, we will be using the AND operator where we say that both the conditions should get satisfied. Okay, so I have created a condition here. You can see that is age should be greater than 18 and age should be less than 70. So there are two conditions. If both the conditions are getting satisfied, then only answer should result as true. If even one of the condition doesn't get satisfied, answer will be false. You can check it out. You can take some time and get it. Okay, so you can try this AND operator. You can change, like consider, let me change it to other condition. Consider if I write less than. So now you can see the answer is coming as false because my age is not less than 18. So that condition is not getting satisfied. So in AND operator, both conditions should get satisfied, then only it will result true. Else the answer will be false. So I guess AND operator, is that clear to everyone? Both the conditions should be true. You can try out. I want you guys to try it. You can change the age, you can change your condition, you can change the numbers for your condition and see how the outcome is coming. Okay, great. So now, okay. So now AND operator, what it will do, check both the condition. If both conditions are satisfying, then it will result as true. And how we will be using these conditions, we will get more knowledge while we will be doing in tomorrow's session, that is loops. If and else condition, for loop. In that time, we will be understanding how the outcome of this will be helpful. Okay, so right now we are just building foundation and then we will pack this up with little bit more complex of loops. Then let's move forward with OR condition. So right now I have given a condition, consider my age is less than 18, which is not true, which is actually this condition is not getting satisfied, or income is greater than 5K. Okay, so if any of the condition will get satisfied, answer will result true. So these conditions depend upon how is your project, what is your business rules, what rule you want to keep. We will be seeing examples, but these numbers are defined based on your activity. Yes, you can even use greater than or is equals to sign, less than or is equals to sign. You can use your logical operators the way you want. You can write is equals to sign and all. Okay, so AND means both condition, or means you can keep one condition. So one condition should get true, and not is something which is opposite, like age is greater than 18. Answer is true, but if I want to reverse this answer, I will just type not. So yes, my age is greater than 18, which is true, but in front of that it is not. So it will make my answer true to false. It will do the reverse of it. It will do the opposite of the condition. Sarthak, that code is correct. I mean, any issue with you're facing with that code? What are you getting any error or something like that? What is the error? Okay, so these are the three main logical operators which we use here, maybe your Python programming and specifically for data analytics, it's heavily used. So these three items you can remember and it's very basic. Okay, are we clear with till this point? So age is not defined. That means you haven't returned age is equals to 26. The way I have returned, no. You have to run that cell. If you're assigning a variable, age is equals to, consider your age is 21. So you're writing 21, run that cell, shift enter, and then run your code. It will definitely run. You can just write not, not, not for your not operator. So Lakshmi, you can get a new cell either by clicking on the plus sign on the top left. Okay, great. So Sarthak got it. Now we can move ahead. No, class is not over. We have still 45 minutes. So don't worry, we are not in any hurry. Okay. So these are the four pillars of your operators, which whenever you want to compare something, you want to assign something, you want to use any logical operator, you want to do some mathematical calculation. So these are the four pillars which every now and then you will be using. And these should be your foundation. It should be very clear how each and every operator is working. So even if you're working with other tool, consider I work with R. So some conventions will get changed, but the outcome will always remain same. Okay, so let's move to the next topic. So class is still 7 to 8:30. Okay. So now what we will be doing is we will be moving forward with a very beautiful topic, that is data types. So whenever you work with any coding language or any kind of platforms, you get data or you work around anywhere, even if be it your Excel sheet. Okay, so you see a lot of numbers are coming, names are coming, and all those examples are there, but all these values are not of same type. So there are multiple data types around it, and those are super useful while dealing with any coding language, not specifically with Python, but it could be with any of the language. Okay. So now, let me first give you just a brief about what are the data types. And then again, we will be going back to our hands-on session and we will be understanding each and every data type. Okay. So very first item is your text, that is inside that you have a string. Like we have done right now, variable is equals to anything. We wrote anything inside that code, that whenever we use quotes, that is termed as string. Okay. So inside that code means your string. So I have given few examples. Like even if you're working with your data, you have columns like country, name, address, product, brand, pin code, all those items. If you see in your data, or if you have such kind of list, so these items will always be in a string or a character format, you can say. Generally in Python, we call that as string. Okay, so that's what is our first thing, string, that is text. Second is the numeric. Numeric means what? You have your integer, you have your float. That is the numeric. Can anyone quickly tell me what is integer and float? What is the difference between integer and float? Correct. Yes. So integer is a whole number. So consider if I say about the quantity, those will be a integer that can't be in decimal. I can't say I have sold 10.5 quantities, 10.5 units. I can't say that. So quantity will always be a integer, and price, or maybe you can say cost related items, revenue, inflation. So these all items can be in float. Okay. So whenever you see a numeric number, either that will be an integer, that is a whole number, or that can be in a form of float. So these are the two basic types of numeric. Okay. Okay. So many chat is there. I haven't read all of them. Yes, for and you can even use the symbol. Okay. Coming to next, I have given the example like quantity will be definitely an integer, price can be a float, revenue cost can be a float. So these are few of the example. Then sequence. Sequence is something like you have list of items given here. So you have list of brands. Okay, so that is one of the examples we will be taking. You have list, you have tuple, you have range. So these are the three different items inside sequence. So we follow a sequence there, and there is an order. Either that could be a text or that could be a numeric. So it has an order with text or numeric. So these are the three types which we will be looking. Then mapping. There is a dictionary which we can create. So this is helpful. Generally, we have used if you want to optimize a lot of activities or during the time of deep learning kind of stuff, there we will be using mapping. And last is the set, where we can give multiple items to one single variable. And here also we have kept a beautiful example of how set can be used using logical operators. So that is one of the example which we will be looking. So this is not the exhaustive list. There are many more, but for this 3-day session course, we felt these are the basic items which we should cover. There are more 3 to 5 items, which is a little bit complex, but for that, you need to first understand these items. Any question? Can we go for the hands-on part, or anyone is having question here? So we will be doing what is tuple, what is list, float. So that all thing we will be doing with the hands-on part. Okay. So what we will be doing, we'll be taking up a hands-on part, and one topic, we will be taking it up, and based on that topic, we will be moving forward. So let me show my screen. So very first thing is text. So very first item which we will be looking is the text. Can anyone share their example of, have you ever thought about text, or if you have read about strings, if you are working with data, that could be Excel format also, or if your clients, can anyone just give me few examples of text? You can imagine our Excel sheet is coming and there are multiple columns, collection of words, correct? Adil, that name is text, correct? Set of characters in double quote. What is your name? Correct. Name. What is the text? Correct. Okay. Place, name, thing, sentence, you can write in codes. So what we will be doing, we will be understanding what is text. So right now, here you can see I have given some basic example of text, that is a string. I'm assigning a string. So name, my name is equal to inside string, I'll be writing Monisha. So that is the text which I'm assigning to a variable called as, what is that variable? I'm assigning Monisha to a variable called as, can anyone tell me? Name, correct. So I'm assigning Monisha text or a string to a variable, assignment operator. Okay, we are using assignment operator. You can see double is equals to sign, assignment operator to a name. You can put down your name, you can put anything, whichever you feel. So this is the text format. Now, if I want to see what is there inside my variable called as name, outcome will be Monisha. So you can see a quote is coming, and that quote means your string format. So, here, in Python, it's not sensitive to the quotes. You can either use double quotes or you can either use single quote. That is absolutely fine while working with your string. Okay. Yeah, you can connect with me if you have more other queries. But right now, I would suggest if you have queries regarding this session, what we are doing right now, you can paste in the chat box. Apart from that, we can have a connect and we can discuss more. So that's what I have told Bala, that there is no difference in Python in single code or a double code. You can use whatever you want. It's just whatever you start, that should only end. It should not be like you're starting with double code and it's ending with single code. That should not be there. You have to use both of them. Yep. Okay, so if you are like someday that you have got a variable and you want to check what is its type, now we are coming to a Python syntax. There is a syntax called as type. So here you can see if you do type and inside that I'm writing my name, then that is called as string. That is coming as string. So that is the type of my variable called as name. Okay, so are we clear till this point? String, is it clear? Like in quotes, items you have to remember, you have to write in quotes. Okay, for string, you have to, or a text type, you have to write in quotes. Apart from that, it will give you an error. You can't take up any random name and assign to a variable. It should be in quotes. Inside quotes, you make a spelling mistake, you give a alphanumeric number, that is also fine. There is no problem with it. Okay, so you can get the type of your name by using a syntax called as type. Okay, coming to the next part, that is a numeric type. Okay, so here again, if you want a numeric, you can assign your numeric information again to a variable. So right now in my case, I have done num1 is equals to 10, num2 is equals to 13.3. So which is like my integer and which is my float? Can anyone tell me? Num1 or num2? Num1 is my integer and num2 is my float. Correct. Exactly. Okay, so people are really very active. I'm really liking this, but I guess time is up. And from here is what we will be continuing in tomorrow's session. So my only suggestion for you guys is to, whatever we have done till this point, please try to do it on your own. Like open up a new notebook and do it on your own, so that you do the practice and you don't have to recall every time or go back to the session. Okay, so whenever you face any problem, you can go back to this session and you can cover up your foundation. But before coming to the next session, this all activity should get covered. Okay. I know I haven't went through all the chats which is available, but still, if you want to reach out to me, you can connect with me, or you can ask anyone in Let's Upgrade. They will give you much more details. Plus, I have shared my mail ID and LinkedIn ID in case you want to get connected. Okay, so assignment for now is only to do whatever we have done today. I want you guys to build that foundation before coming to the next session, so that you don't ask the question about today's session. Get that very straight and clear what we have done today and tomorrow, so that we can learn more and more new concepts. So I have shared my mail ID also. First is my name, second is my mail ID, third is my LinkedIn ID, and that's what you have to, you can use it. Study material and the slide is what you will be getting after completing the session, that is after the third day. You don't have to submit, it's for your own. We are learning for, like, everyone is learning for themselves, so you have to learn for yourself. You don't have to submit now, you don't have to show to anyone. It's just build your concepts, and then later on we can take your assignment. Okay, I'm again sharing my mail ID if you want. Okay, so time is up, I guess. We'll meet tomorrow. Be safe, and please, before coming to next session, please practice what we have done today. And any more questions if you have, you can connect me, or you can connect with the Let's Upgrade team. They are really very, very helpful while solving all your queries. If anybody specific I need to answer, they will come back to me.
Thank you so much, everybody, for joining in. I hope you really enjoyed the session. Thank you so much, ma'am, for an amazing session with all the students. I hope they got all their doubts cleared, and you have been such an amazing person to be learning
Thank
from.
you so much. Yep.
Everybody, attendance link is available in the chat. I am sending it for the last time for all the people who haven't marked it. For the exam criteria, attendance is a mandatory thing, so do fill that up. And secondly, do visit our community website as well as letsupgrade.in for future courses and other things. This session will be for 3 days. The next two coming tomorrow and day after tomorrow, ma'am will be joining us for Python sessions. Thank you, everyone. Yes, the Zoom link will be same for the next 2 days session as well. And it will also be shared tomorrow also on YouTube. So you can also join in if you don't get the link. And you can also register on LMS portal. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. I guess someone is having queries. When we can answer that? I mean, do we need to answer today or by the end of the session? I guess Sarthak and Harsh is having the query. Yeah, Sarthak, what is your query? So if you have already your IDE, that is, if you have your Jupyter notebook already installed, you can code there also. But for being everyone on the same page, I would suggest to use Google Colab for these 3 days. And later on, you can go back to your IDE or whatever platform you want to work. Yeah, I can understand. But that's very simple compared to any other platforms. Google Colab is very simple. Just try to put it on, put your hands on, and still, if you find it difficult, then we can share more other platforms which you can work on. Thank you. We'll meet tomorrow. Be safe and have a good night.
Thank you, everyone.